Welcome back to Active Sports TV. It's your host, Active Man, coming to you with another one. And you know I had to come on fight night. Come on, man. Netflix. Epic fail. Boo! Thumbs down for them. Thumbs up for me. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. It's your host, Active. Let's tap into what you already know. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. You see, I already about to get on their head. Starting out with this event, we already know Netflix was making the debut, trying to come into boxing. Did an early, little quick, preview on the fight. My, overall view on what I felt was going to happen, what I really wish would happen. And just overall looking for an entertainment night of entertaining night of boxing. And one of my childhood legends and favorite fighters, and Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Being able to lace them gloves up for the last time, and give all of us old heads, young old heads, you know what I mean? Just a moment in time, you know what I mean, to just see him, try to tap back in to, that Iron Mike Tyson that we all grew up, loving and admiring. You did? Now, we got, the fight card before, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. It was a Mario Barrios fight versus Ramos. I don't know if it's AB or Abel. I don't want to pronounce his first name, man, but really wasn't too familiar with him. Had a decent record. I believe 28 bouts with 2 losses with 22 knockouts. Mario Barrios being a new champion up there at 147, defending his title for the first time. Also having a firstborn along the way. Started the card out. You know what I mean? And Netflix, y'all gotta get the hell out of here with that, bro. Like, listen, you had one of the most anticipated boxing events of the whole entire year. Everybody is tuning in. Everybody that paid their subscription to the Netflix, program, they are looking to get in here. People got fight parties lined up, bro. You know what I mean? You got people out here putting on big events. You know what I mean? You had people going pack out. The AT&T arena out there in Texas. So for that to be sold out, you already know globally on a platform as big as Netflix, with these global icons, and as far as the young generation, these young cats, and who they look up to, or who they be paying attention to, such as like a Jake Paul and whoever else. That ain't my lane, but Mike Tyson, without a doubt, internationally known and most anticipated. Mike can step in the ring. He can, wherever he go, he's gonna stop traffic. He is the pound. Well, one of the most legendary and iconic boxers who have ever laced up a pair of gloves in all of boxing, period. So when you have that title along with that reputation, everybody's gonna tune in, everybody's gonna be locked in, and Netflix, y'all fucking wet the bed for real. How many times we gonna buffer, bro? How many times we gonna go in and out, trying to, reset the move? Like, come on, bro. Like, we out here trying to set the move. We trying to get it going, and This is what it is. We getting party fouls and all of that. Like, come on, man. You know, you can't do that, bro. Like, you do it. You have people that's gonna go ahead and quit. You got a lot of casuals who already is only into boxing based upon, like I just spoke of, the names that's involved. The least you can do is have, you know, a program that's running, you know, functionally. You feel me? That everybody can tune in and get their money's worth for. Like, it was a big, skeptical. Like, it was just crazy, bro. Like, it was a whole bunch of buffering. You know what I mean? Having to restart, log back. It's like, come on, bro. Like, so we barely got to see the Barrios fight. They kept pretty much messing up the rounds that I did see. Was pretty entertaining. Nonetheless, uh, it was nice. You know what I mean? As far as how they had presented the platform. You know what I mean? And the stage, the locker rooms, that looked legit. They had some legit commentators. You know what I mean? The special guests, but the audio fucked up. You know what I mean? Just like you can barely hear on the mic. You got Holyfield up there. Y'all got Holyfield looking bad. Like, we like, oh nah, go ahead and sit Pops down, bro. Like, he ain't supposed to be on camera. Let alone he ain't got his mic connected, man. You can't even hear him speak into the mic. Like, come on, bro. A, a fumble, like major fumble. Like, you got all of these eyes watching this, bro. And most of all, you got your competition. And then, y'all trying to so called make a face of boxing with old Jake Paul. And this is supposed to be the platform that's backing that. Like, y'all got to do better, man. Not only for your fighters, for the boxing fans in general. You're gonna be here. You gotta be here. Be legit. Y'all got an up and coming NFL game. Y'all gonna broadcast. You know what I mean? On one of the biggest days. You know what I mean? Which will be Christmas Day. So y'all gonna be a part of that. Y'all mean, this was y'all first little test of the waters, and y'all drowned, bro. Like, went up in there and went straight under. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, the fighters itself made up for all of that. The bits and pieces that we was able to all, tap in, universally. You feel me? Was based upon what you seen. I seen some action packed bouts. Like I said, with Barrios, Ramos, with Serranos and Taylor. That was a back and forth bout. I wish I was able to see the whole entire fight. You feel me? Netflix again. Thumbs down for Netflix. Thumbs up for Active Sports TV. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. But it was a back and forth bout, man. Both ladies went up in there, man, and threw them hands, man. Put their hearts on the line, man, and did what they needed to do to, try to have the one up on the next one. What I did say, what I can say in this bout, you know what I mean, that really was pissing me off. I felt like Serrano's was getting bluntly headbutted, bro, like almost intentionally. People say it wasn't. At times, I'm seeing the head almost used as a punch, as a lunging punch, like that. The referee's in there to protect the fighter, man. Sometimes even the fighter from himself. You know what I mean? She could have got cut on the opposite end, but Serrano's was getting the worst end of it, man. I didn't like the fact that the referee was so inexperienced. This dude, he was up in age. Kind of give him that benefit of the doubt, but it didn't even know, like, it didn't even seem like he knew what he was doing in there. Like, he knew the rules of boxing, when to get in there, when what to what orders to give which fighters. It was really reckless. Like it wasn't a good look. So like I said, outside of the fighters themselves who came in there to put on the show, everything and the commentators who was calling the event um, did a fantastic job. Everything else as far as the production fail, absolute fail. This is supposed to be y'all coming in showing that y'all gonna put everybody on notice. Big Turk, you still got it, bro. You know what I mean? Turkey a la Sheik. You know what I mean? Keep bring boxing back. Bring boxing back. Cause this shit here was not boxing. This was definitely an exposition. Exposition bout, almost like a WWE wrestling match, just with gloves on, if you ask me. When we get to the main event, but shout out Iron Mike Tyson. We wanted to see what we saw. Getting into the main event, concluding Serrano's and Katie Taylor. The fight went the distance. Serrano's had a huge gashing cut that was caused by a headbutt. Um, Along that fight, along the bout, Amanda Serrano's chose like a warrior to continue to go forward. And with the bout, she had no quit in her heart. She wanted to get hers, and like they say, in blood. And she definitely made old Taylor leap. She was dripping just as well, busting eardrums. Girl looked like she was bleeding out of every part of her face. Like, let's just keep it real. You know what I mean? I ain't even seen her bleeding at the top of her head. You know what I mean? And I don't believe all that was shit, I don't believe none of it was from Serrano's. Shout out to her cut man. Whoever Amanda Serrano's cut man is, give that man a bonus. He went straight to work and made sure that she was able to operate up in there. And that's why, my opinion, she won. She had a larger output. And on top of that, a point was deducted from Taylor. And, I believe that was the deciding factor for me, being that I was already seeing, foul play. And like I said, the output was, a lot more. It was a big difference between Taylor's and Serrano. Serrano's, was like 3-1. You know what I mean? And she was landing some vicious punches. She was also hurting Taylor. But Taylor was landing some noticeable, powerful blows, catching her with overhands, over and over again. Also targeting the eye. Had Serrano's kind of wobbled at times. You know what I mean? Catching her as she came in. But you got my opinion on it. Taylor did retain her titles and got the victory over Serrano's. A large debate, and people are very upset based upon the decision. I wouldn't say robbery, but I would say that in my opinion, they got it wrong. You know what I mean? It's a difference between a close fight and someone just not getting the favor over the other, and someone clearly dominating and taking the fight, and then somebody happened to just survive through that and then get the victory based upon that. It wasn't that type of thing. They were both throwing leather in there, landing powerful shots. It was amazing to watch. And shout out to both champions. Shout out to both ladies, keeping women's sports, women boxing, thriving and moving forward. Along with the great Clarissa Shields and all of the other female boxers that is out there displaying their talent. Moving on. Netflix, y'all failed with this one, bro. Y'all failed. The world is definitely upset with this, and y'all gonna hear about it for at least a week. Now, Um, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Let me just say this before anybody get in the comments. You know what I mean? This fight right here was not a real boxing match. This does not prove that Jake Paul is a boxer that he should be. If and then also to add to that, when Jake Paul going to prove that he's an actual real boxer? Like, can he start getting ranked out here? Like, can he start fighting some of these prospects? You know what I mean? Getting, some real four rounders in here. You know what I mean? Move like, because the disrespect to boxing is it pisses me off as a fan, and I'm not mad at Jake. I can't get mad at him taking advantage of something that's been basically given over to him. You know what I mean? When you got boxers who don't want to fight, and you got boxing promoters looking to sell these fighters as, shock jockeys and, everything but what they are, fighters. This is what you get in return. You get people that are true entertainers who have mastered the arts of selling and promoting, who happens to have some type of love for the sport, who can then take advantage of the sport and to, their benefit, reap the prize that they get for putting in the work and being, master entertainers. And we cannot not give Jake his props when it comes to entertaining now. When he's one of the biggest entertainers, especially when it comes to the social media stage, that, most people know. And when it comes to boxing, none of these fighters is selling fights like Jake. Let's keep it real. Tyson sold this fight. Jake and Tyson sold this fight. But let's not act like Jake ain't sold out arenas in Cleveland and, he ain't sold out some arenas in Vegas. Like, the dude know how to put, he know how to bring people out to fill out them arenas and fill up them seats. These boxers is trying to take, this blueprint and take these notes and, use it in their career to see how it can, somehow allow them to thrive. And it's not gonna work like that. You've been working and being, trying to be a master class in your profession since the amateurs on up. You guys been boxing since kids, and now, this is what you result to, as opposed to, hey man, let's get in here, me and you negotiate. These promoters ain't got things going. Let's get our bread right. Let's get these fans in order. Let's, get to selling this fight. Because the fight sells itself when it's a good fight, when it's a super fight. The problem is we sitting here waiting too long for them. When they come, people forgot about them, don't care. The casuals, they attaching themselves to anything. They casuals, and now, you got the Jakes and these, influencers taking advantage and taking the dates and eating all the chicken. Eating all the chicken. And then they also so generous enough to at least bring back our legends like Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Make sure women boxing get exposure and get adequate pay. You know what I mean? You seen Serrano's eye. You seen them damages them ladies took up in there. They gotta be able to go to the doctor and take care of that. You know what I mean? They ain't got no health care, no 401ks and all of that. You know what I mean? Like, they get it out the mud. You know what I mean? What they get, they purchase what they live off of. That's just what it is. So for Jake, to be putting on an event that's generating this much money, man, where people walking around with their biggest purses, man, can't hate on it. Can't hate on it, but we can't call it nothing that it ain't. It ain't boxing. It's a good, I guess, like I said, exposition. I cannot say that correctly. Cute to for the life of me. It's exposition, man. You know what I mean? And that's that. So when it comes to winning and losing, it is no winners. It is no losers. Mike Tyson didn't lose tonight. That man, 60 years old, and was throwing punches and landed decent hooks. Ask Jake. Hitting him in the neck, in the head. You know what I mean? Whenever he can get there, he got there. It just wasn't coming as often as old Mike Tyson wanted to come. You know what I mean? Iron Mike couldn't. He just wasn't sharp. You know what I mean? The iron wasn't sharp, man. It's dull, man. It's been in the cabinet, in the shed. It ain't been touched in years, man. It got rust, rain. He went through it, bro. He been here. He seen it all, been through it all. But at one point in time, you ain't never, ever, ever, ever seen, that iron as sharp as that was in its prime. So, that's what we out here, losing when it comes to, it hurts, bro. Like being a boxing fan, it hurts. Seeing the shift in boxing, bro. How the integrity of the gladiator in it, keeping the sport what it was, the hurt business. It's not that no more. It's about entertainment. It's about putting on a show. It's about people picking sides for whatever reasons and supporting that cause until they get a result. It doesn't matter, if it's, for real or not. So, I would have to say that I was entertained. I love the fact that, Jake showed that he was, able to show some boxing skills that he's been, I guess, training and trying to show, but he didn't show me nothing, bro. Like, he didn't knock out Tyson. He didn't hurt Tyson. He didn't put on a whole bunch of flurries and nothing like that. Maybe out punched him, being a younger guy, hitting Tyson maybe 2-1. Tyson won, man. At the end of the day, he went in there, scrapped with this young fella, man. Got through all 8 rounds. Anybody fighting 8 rounds, 2 minutes or 3, like 60. Come on, bro. W. Period. Still a legend. Don't affect nothing with Tyson. Jake gonna be Jake. What's next? I don't know. You got boxing fans going crazy talking about Canelo, face of boxing, trying to use all these terms, but hey, you cannot be mad at the player. You just gotta see and respect the game. And these boxers ain't doing what they need to do, man. You got Bud out here, putting it on, trying to fight everybody, trying to bring the best fights. Don't want no Canelo. People don't want to see Canelo and Bud. But you want to see Tyson Fury. You want to see, my bad, I said Tyson Fury, Tommy Fury, and Jake Paul. You want to see Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, like. So hey, somebody going to see it. Somebody paying for it. And on that note, man, shout out to both fighters, man. This was just a quick reaction, man, to overall event. Netflix, again, get your shit in order, man. We barely was able to see the event. Hopefully, you know what I mean, we able to run it back and we can see all of the fights, you know what I mean. But for the most part, I seen, all of the bouts, majority of the rounds. Just had, due to a whole bunch of work like the rest of y'all, man. And that was unnecessary. But overall event, man, it was fun, you know what I mean? Had a good time with the fan band, man. And, till next time, this is Active Sports TV. This is a Fight Night edition, man. Give me your post-fight reaction. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, man. On the way out, hit the thumbs up, man. Subscribe if you haven't, man. And, check out some more of that other content that I got, man. We doing NBA, NFL, boxing, and etc., man. This is the overall sports media podcast. Your boy Active, your host. And I'm up out of here. Y'all love y'all family. Keep your family first at all times. And they stay dedicated to your craft. Stay activated. Out of here. Peace. Deuces.